feel like everyone knows like what it's like to listen to a song that they love. You know, it feels good. And it feels even better to write that song. From the first moments I heard music for the first time, so like Kiss and Led Zeppelin, when I was like literally like 3 or 4 or 5 or like whatever, like I like to listen to it, but like I always wanted to make it too. So it was like almost instinctual. It's just something that like ever since like I heard music, like I want to make something like that because it's just the best feeling in the world, hands down. So like practice was like over, and then I just started playing that rhythm at the beginning. I was like, let's do this real quick. It's kind of fucked up, but I'll tell you what it's about. Pillbox is just about like school shootings. It's about kids dying. It's called Pillbox because like in war, you could have a pillbox and it's like this fucking like, it's like a fort or something, you know? But it's like at all angles you can like, you know, you just have to look up Pillbox War. That's, you know, it's like almost like schools, like, you know, it's kind of like a thing. It's like
a metaphor, man. It's like a metaphor.
It is. But I don't know. That shit was just like really bothering me. I just couldn't help but write about it. And the song was just so brutal that it was just like, it just kind of worked out. When I listen to that song, it just sounds like brutality. It sounds monstrous. So that's why. It just pissed me off. So I feel fucking cool. I love the intro.
I love playing Pillbox because it's just like a complete change up, I feel like, from everything else. Just like the time signature and just like the way the song feels, like it just gives like a completely different vibe than like most of our other songs. And I really like that. And like you said, I like how monstrous it is, like especially in the recording.
This song existed for a while. Ryan, do you remember? I remember where we were, too. All right, so we were in Sam's parents' basement, which is where we used to practice. We were in Sam's parents' basement, and CC just happened, I think, like, I don't know, we wrote it in Sam's parents' basement, and I remember our friend Drew was there, and, like, we wrote it, and we were like, Drew, what do you think about this? Drew's like, I like it. That's what I remember. And then, yeah, that song has existed for some years now. And I used to not sing. Then I sang a little bit. And then it was back to not singing at all. But the song structure stayed the same. Like, that never changed. What does it mean to me? I will not disclose that information. What does it mean to you guys, though? Just, like, aside from vocals.
I don't really know most of the words, so I can't say like on that front, but it's a high energy song. I really like playing that song. It's my favorite song to play. When I play that song, it makes me feel like a rock star because it's big and everybody dances around.
You do.
Yeah, aside from the fact that it is my favorite song to play, it's also named after CC Sabathia, the baseball player who was... I'm sorry. Yes, I'm giving away the CC Sabathia secret, but yeah, it just reminds me of CC Sabathia.
Fair. That's great.
Wait for the sound. Bang a plastic one of
It's a good song. I feel like it showcased our versatility. You know, doesn't overstay its welcome. Catchy.
Yeah, it is catchy and also memorable. Crystal Ball is a huge pain for me because it's really hard to sing because it's so specific. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, just like the way that the melody is playing with the guitar is that like, it's not like the obvious choice for what to sing, right? So it's like, some days I'm just like boom, I can just sing the hell out of it. And some days I'm like, where the hell are the notes? So whenever like that song, like whenever I see it, I'm like, that one's next. I don't really get excited because number one, I know that there's a possibility I might mess up. And then number two, I am singing the entire time. Like if you listen to the song, I don't stop until the end. So I am glued to that microphone stand, which I hate.
Drop the act and just focus on me. Drop the act and just focus on me. Drop the act and just ride.
I think you wanted to write a song with like a dance style beat. I can't remember.
That's part of it, yeah. It was a jam. It was a jam that we did one day. It just came up. And I remember going back to that one part, and that one part was spectacular. Just the main riff. And I was like, ooh, that part is cool.
That whole song is like so like creepy to me, you know what I mean? It's a little spooky, little creepy song. And Ryan's lead always sounded like it was just like crawling over the beat, you know what I'm saying? It was like just slinking along. And then the octave pedal made it sound like it was like, I don't know the word for it, but like it's like uncanny, you know what I mean? Like it just sounded off. You know, just enough to where it was like kind of set you a little bit, you know, on edge a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, that is the toughest song to play for me because
it is hard for you.
It's just, I don't know, it's just a lot of going up and down the strings. I don't know, it's like I've never really wrote a riff like that before, so that's definitely like the toughest one to me. And obviously playing it live is, you know, it can be a struggle, but I love that song. I love the dynamics in that song. I love the bridge in that song and how it explodes at the end. I think that's like dynamically our best song.
Basque. When did we... Oh, I remember writing Basque, actually. Gavin was not in the band. I remember writing Basque because it was in my notes as catchy song. Because I had gotten the intro first, like the intro. And then I couldn't find like the last note or something. And I did. And then right as I found the last note for the intro, the rest of it just came out. Like, I didn't even have to try. It just came out. It was awesome. Sometimes that'll happen if you're lucky. And it just came out. And then we just went from there. And then from there, we got to the chorus. Once we got to the chorus, I was like, oh, shit. I was like, this is badass. This chorus was awesome. And I was sold.
I do remember. So, as I said, I wasn't in the band when this song was written. And I do remember... So I've been seeing Funeral Proposals for a few years at this point, since we were in high school, and they were always cool, and they always wrote like fine songs. I didn't love them and I didn't hate them. They were good. But this was the first time that I went to a Funeral Proposal show, and this was the first song I heard, and I was like, damn, like I thought it was a cover. Is how good this song sounded to me. And I went up and I asked Holden, I said, did you write that? And he told me yes. And I remember that.
I also remember that.
My first experience with the song.